Hey Gemini, welcome to Divine Duality Tarot. My name is TJ. If this is your first time here, thank you so much for checking it out. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back to hear what I have to say. So what I do here is just a quick love reading. Try to get the energy of you and whoever this romantic interest is, be it a current partner, be it somebody you're just interested in. Kind of get y'all's energy going into the week. That way, the week of January 23rd, that way you are not going into it blindsided. So this will be your energy here, Gemini, and then opposite here will be your energy going in, your partner, your interest energy going into that week. Most of the time it's pretty straightforward, but every once in a while there's some messaging that just seems a little vague, something doesn't quite add up, but everything comes out for a reason. So I do have a second deck here for clarification purposes should we need it. So Gemini, since this one's about you, I'm going to go ahead and start with you. Leading it off, you have the Five of Swords, which is an argument, which is it's either an argumentative nature or it is an argument with a other person. It's an argument within yourself. That is exactly what this is the misunderstanding of a truth and the argument that occurs from it, or the understanding of a new truth, such as something bad, and you moving on from it, or arguing over it. Keep that one in mind, because with the other ones, I'm going to have to clarify that. So the Ten of Cups is fulfillment in an emotional sense. It's you getting the emotional outcome where you are feeling good about the situation. You are content. Things are okay. You are fulfilled. Happiness and argument don't always quite jive. So that's one of the reasons why I want to clarify that Five of Swords. But finishing it off, you have the Eight of Pentacles, which is a dedication to building in the physical world. Now that physical world could be anything from a job and money to your household, your car, things that are physical, or your physical appearance, your body itself. You are a physical entity in the world. And a lot of times when it comes to like jobs and such, this is not a financial reading, but you have to keep in mind that the physical world and the emotional energy go hand in hand. Things that happen to you outside of your life can affect you in an emotional way. And that emotional way, let's say you have a bad day at work, let's say you had a really bad day at work. People are picking on you, at least it feels like it. You get a demotion or something, and you go home, and those things are weighing on you. So when you go home and your partner comes up to you and you're like, hey, are you all right? No, I'm not all right. Now your emotional energy has just transferred onto them. And it could happen vice versa. They could come home and take it out on you. So keep that kind of thing in mind when it comes to the physical versus the emotional world, that money has a big impact on emotion. It truly does. But I want to know, what is this argument? What is this argument in relation to our Gemini here? Does this argument have to do with their fulfillment? Is the argument part of their fulfillment? I'm thinking, okay. All right. Makes sense now. And it will to you. They have the Hanged Man, which is or you have the Hanged Man. This energy, in regards to the argument, is about a differing viewpoint. It is a new way of seeing something. Now, it is not always a good, and it is not always a bad thing. It is merely the energy, the ability to see something from a different point of view. That point of view is sometimes a good point of view, and sometimes a bad point of view. Some people see addiction to things that they shouldn't be addicted to as a good out, which is a different point of view, whereas they don't see the damage that's being done to them. So the Hanged Man in general is just that really strong ability to see things from a different angle, new ideas. It leads to the Knight of Pentacles, which is long-term abundance, long-term success in the physical world, long-term abundance. And then you have the Sun. The Sun is renewed passion, a bright future. It's a desire to start a family, the desire for, a new phase in a relationship that is positive. I mean, it is happiness. This is the desire for the ultimate win. This is standing number one on top of the pedestal. You won. You won the game. It's good. It's success. This argument is about your viewpoint, your idea of fulfillment being different than somebody else's. You have a different idea, a different means to be able to get fulfillment. And this is a situation where this argument is you not taking crap from nobody. This is a situation where you have strong energy with a different viewpoint, a different angle on it, and that has you feeling like you can win. And that feeling like you can win, that fulfillment, that happiness that you are getting from this idea stems from a strong desire, a strong willingness to build toward the future. You have a positive outlook. That is this situation. And that positive outlook grew from an argument. You have seen the light because you know what can get your fulfillment. It's kind of one of those, you were complacent, you got in an argument, and now you see, this is how I need to get there. This is how I need to move on. This is how I need to build forward. And that building forward is in the physical world. This could be a situation where you don't feel like you are where you need to be, in the physical sense. You are a 10, Gemini. But if this is one of those moments where you feel like you're a 4, this is a time to build toward a better you. If money has been something weighing on you, this is a time to really push forward and get that promotion, get that new job, get whatever it is. Sell that thing that's going to bring you peace of mind. This is a time in the physical world that you know how to get what you want. This is your ideals of building toward a better physical situation for you. Powerful energy to have, born out of a crappy circumstance. So I'm sorry for what happened, but that argument has opened your eyes. And that argument is about how to do it right. Arguments about how to go from here are always the hardest ones, because you have two people that don't have direction. And then when you develop direction and that person doesn't see that direction, it's like, come on, I have the ideas and you want to argue with me over it? Oh my goodness. But you have the ideas. Their energy is starting it out with the Queen of Swords, which is a logical approach to a truth. Now, that truth may not be an actual truth, but it is a situation that they have wrapped their mind around. They believe one thing. Remember that one. That's going to be very important playing into this argument. They have the the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is fast action, it's passion, it's... Keep that... This is a willpower. Wands usually represent willpower. They have the willpower, they are passionate about what they want. They are passionate for a thing. And they have the willpower behind it. It is a strong passion. And then the King of Cups, which is emotional stability and understanding. This is why they don't see the same thing that you do. Their viewpoint of what you should do and where you should go is not complete. And they're trying to convince you through a logical approach. They're coming to you with steps of, not necessarily steps, but they're coming to you with the energy they're coming to you with is that of, if we do this, it's not going to work, so we should do this. It's kind of a defeatist mentality, because their only goal is stability. Their goal is not pushing it further. Getting to the status quo is what they want, and they're trying to convince you that that is the best path to take. Which is why that argument, you have a strong desire for success. They have a strong desire for stability. Those two things, while they are in the same bubble, you're pushing it forward. You both want celebration. You both want a good situation for yourselves, but you want more. They don't have that same drive, and they're trying their hardest to logic you through it. They're trying their hardest to keep you within, keep you within a safe, keep you in the safety of the known, and you're pushing into the potential success of the unknown. It's a really hard one to really work through, because your energy is overwhelming right now. You are pushing, you are powerful, you are hungry for success, and they are a wall of, they are a bastion of stability. They want to stay within their means. They want to stay comfortable instead of pushing forward. Unstoppable object, how does that phrase? Wow, it's like one of the most common phrases. An immovable object and a unstoppable force. What happens when they collide? What happens? This is going to be one of those times that you are going to find out. Are you going to let them logic you, pull you back, rein you into a safe complacency? Or are you going to keep pushing and try to break through that wall and have them understand that staying in the same spot, yes, it is comfortable, but you're not getting ahead. You're not benefiting. There's nothing more. You've reached your peak. In this moment, this relationship, this energy that you two are bringing into this, as of right now, is that where it should stop? You don't want it to. You want to keep going. You want to build more. You want to gain. They're okay with what they have, but that's not going to work in the long run. So you have to figure out, Gemini, this one's on you. They're okay with where they're at. They're okay sitting on the couch doing nothing. You want to get up. You want to get out and do something. Do you sit down on the couch with them and just go back to doing the same old thing? Or do you reach out your hand and pull them off the couch and make them do something with you? That choice, Gemini, is yours. And the ability to do that rests in you. Your ability to do that is going to require out-logicking this person. You're going to have to find facts that they cannot argue with. You are going to have to go into it with your A game and having all the facts behind you, having all the force behind you, if you're going to be able to talk that person into joining you and moving forward. That's what this is. That's what this is. That is exactly what this is. This is all about you, Gemini. Break through that wall and don't fall back into the same old, because you're not winning. You're just staying the same. You have powerful, powerful energy. But like I said, Gemini, ultimately the choice is yours about how you're going to proceed from here. So with that, I really do thank you, Gemini. I really thank you so much for sticking through the video, hearing what I have to say with the messaging that I got here. And with that, Gemini, I will see you next week.